Are you excited about Ms. Marvel? Have you been keeping up with everything that's happening with her? Well, we've got some news for you, and you may or may not like it. However, we will leave it up to you to make up your own opinion about it. That's right, we're going to be talking about how Ms. Marvel has stolen Spider-Man's greatest ability. So sit back and relax, because we're going to jump right into it.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Firstly, the abilities have been stolen. Okay, everything that is about to be said is considered a spoiler for Ms. Marvel Beyond the Limit number 2. If you do not want the spoiler, then jump further along in the video. Anyways, Spider-Man's greatest ability is probably his spider sense. This power alerts him to danger before it actually arrives, which is fantastic. However, Ms. Marvel has stolen this ability now. Kamala Khan doesn't take the actual power away from him. She does end up gaining a very similar power and turns it into her own. This might seem like a great thing, but the circumstances around this whole scenario could actually reshape her character forever. In Ms. Marvel Beyond the Limit number 2, we know that Ms. Marvel finds herself in the middle of what seems like a fever dream wrapped in a Bollywood film, which is great. Who doesn't love Bollywood, you know? Well, her entire world ends up being reshaped after she encounters a piece from the multiverse tech, and then ends up falling into an altered reality. When she wakes up, she finds that her powers have been altered, with some being weakened and others being brand new. Also, she ends up sustaining a superficial head wound, and while she would have normally been able to heal herself quickly, the wounds end up remaining for some time, which means that her healing powers are not as strong as before. That's never a good thing for superheroes. On top of that, she ends up discovering that she has the additional power of being able to sense danger before it arrives, just like a spider sense. We don't know why this mystery has happened, or if it's permanent or not. Either way, we know that Ms. Marvel ends up quickly adapting to her new spider sense power and begins using it to conquer the new threat. Sounds pretty epic, right? I know. Also, it sounds pretty wild. Anyways, around her hometown, Ms. Marvel learns that there is a mysterious villain who's taken her form and is committing crimes. How rude is that? Come on, villain. At least have the guts to show your own face when you're committing crimes. Anyways, Kamala is able to use her new spider sense in order to know when the villain is near. Even though this power is completely brand new, she's been able to work with it perfectly, which is how she ends up meeting her doppelganger by the name of the comic. Whoa, pretty intense if you ask me. Now, we don't know if this new sense is actually permanent or not, but it would be a pretty cool addition to her powerful set if it was. The ability to sense attacks is fantastic when fighting crime and is very useful. I mean, Spider-Man uses this ability to help himself a lot, and Ms. Marvel is going to be able to do it as well. Also, she was able to master it within one day. That's pretty impressive. So what do you think about Ms. Marvel having her own version of Spider Sense? Do you think this is a good thing? What about the fact that she was able to master it so quickly? Should she have taken longer? I don't really know, but I do want to know your thoughts down below. Remember to stick around for more Marvel news, because you know that we've always got the most interesting news for you. Next, Captain Marvel's ultimate form returns. Okay, this next part has spoilers for Captain Marvel number 35, so if you do not want these spoilers, skip ahead in the video. Alright, the villain Vox Supreme works to put its evil hooks into Captain Marvel again. However, Marvel Comics decided to bring out an amazing return of Binary. If you don't know what Binary is the ultimate form of Captain Marvel. She brings out pure energy that has cosmic power surging within Carol Danvers. This power is brought up to the surface and transforms her normal human appearance to a living star appearance. Yes, Captain Marvel has put her binary binary days behind her, but this ultimate form ends up returning in an all-new way. In Captain Marvel number 35, Captain Marvel has just been freed from Vox Supreme's capture. The villain ends up working towards capturing every one of the Marvels and returning them into personal slaves, which is pretty messed up if you ask me. We saw in the previous issue that Carol was captured by the villain and tried to use her powers to break her containment. Instead, she ended up creating a separate version of herself which looks exactly like the binary. Then this other version of her decided to wreak havoc amongst the facility. I don't blame her, to be honest. Now Captain Marvel is free and has a new ally of her own creation, Binary Incarnate. This creation is separate from her own consciousness and is basically a new hero in the Captain Marvel lore, which is pretty insane if you ask me. That is something I definitely did not expect when Binary was brought back, but I won't say no to this new superhero. Also, in a tweet by Captain Marvel News, it posted 2 covers for Captain Marvel number 35 featuring the new version of Binary. The first cover shows her in her cosmic glory, floating in space with an altered version of the original costume. The second cover is more of a colored blueprint of the new take on the classic character. The 2 images are both standing in an action pose with the costume on full display. The new version of Binary is a treat for fans that like that version of the hero. Binary actually made her first appearance in Uncanny X-Men number 164, which was a great setting for her because she was able to reach her ultimate form given the circumstances of how she lost her original powers. Also, in prior issues, Captain Marvel has her powers stolen by Rogue and falls into a coma for some time after the attack, which was upsetting to all because who wants that to happen, you know? Then, when she awoke, Carol was pretty much powerless since she was permanently drained of her energy by the mutant assailant. Then she became binary because she tapped into her own cosmic power and ended up letting it consume her completely, which is how she ended up becoming pure energy. However, her time as binary was pretty short-lived compared to her time being Captain Marvel. Fans do say that binary is her greatest form yet though, and is her most powerful form. When Carol ended up being Captain Marvel again, binary seemed to be gone for forever, which left fans wanting to see more of the supreme form. Now binary is back and is actually fighting beside Captain Marvel. If you ask me, this is probably the best solution. This is also super exciting because it pays tribute to the history of Captain Marvel while also paving the way for her new form. What do you think their relationship is going to be like throughout the story now? Do you think they could end up forming an alliance? Or would they end up not getting along at one point? So many interesting possibilities. Next, Iron Man pops the question? Yes, more spoilers are coming up for Iron Man number 20, so be prepared. If you don't want to know them, then you know what to do. Right then, Chris Cantwell's run on Iron Man has gone through galaxies and battles, while gaining new powers on the way. However, he hasn't done this alone. No. His new love interest and partner Hellcat has been by his side. Obviously, just like how Marvel likes it done, their relationship has been growing amongst the chaos. Now in May's Iron Man number 20, Tony is back on his feet and is looking for some stability. Where do you think he's going to find it? Maybe down on one knee where he can ask Patsy to marry him. This is what Cantwell had to say about their relationship. Since issue number 1, bringing Patsy Walker / Hellcat into this story just felt right. She was the perfect kind of grounded presence in Tony Stark's hyper-octane world that I believed could help bring more balance to his life. Patsy Walker's best superpower in my mind has always been her ability to be human and sincere. And like Tony, she's had her share of demons in the past, some literal in her case. Both Patsy and Tony have gone through fundamental transformations in this story. And as the dust settles and Tony sees Patsy as this phenomenal force in his life, he does the only thing he can think to do in order to keep her near him and connected. He proposes they be together for the rest of their lives. Of course, marriage is fated for Patsy in ways it is for few other Marvel characters. Just one of her previous relationships took her to the very depths of hell. It's not an easy decision for her in the least. Well, if you ask me, it's looking pretty promising for a proposal, but we're going to be seeing some love drama next. I'm always ready for some domestic drama. Anyways, that's all we have for you today. Are you excited about the new powers for Ms. Marvel? What about binary? What about the proposal? Wow, so much is happening. Let us know down below.